Ladies and gentlemen, the Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, Lieutenant General Ferdinand M. Cartojano, Philippine Air Force, and his wife, Director Dina Annali Cartojano, and the Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel J1, Major General Adriano S. Perez Jr., Philippine Army.
May radyo ka?
Si Polly nandun, si Polly doon.
Polly daw dun. Salitan kayo.
Samahan mo doon. Hindi ko masintin yung sinasabi niya. Ang sinasabi yata niya yung tanap ko yung mamaya, yung 1 cm dito.
Okay.
Pero
naman.
mamaya pa naman yung performance nila dito.
Kasi maliliit daw yung ano natin.
May frame kasi sila mga sa Zoom.
Yung maliit.
Bali matatakpan yun kapag maganda.
Kaya yung uniform nila.
Wala pa yung, kami din na, wala pa kami uniform. O21, ay O20 tsaka 22 pa lang meron.
O20?
Tsaka 22. Wala pa, hindi pa kami nasukatan.
Please be seated.
Dapat inulong natin, no?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the maiden performance of the silentdrill company of PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024 and the final performance of the silentdrill company of the graduating class, PMA Masaligan class of 2021. As the show is likely to begin, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the following: the Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, Lieutenant General Ferdinand M. Cartojano, Philippine Air Force with his wife, Director Dina Annali Cartojano, Major General Adriano S. Perez Jr., Philippine Army, Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel J1 and his wife, Mrs. Rosemary Perez, Major General Romeo S. Browner Jr., Philippine Army, Deputy Chief of Staff for Financial Management J10 with his wife, Mrs. Melody Browner, the Commandant of Cadets, Philippine Military Academy, Colonel Julius A. Tumines, Infantry MNSA, Philippine Army, and other officers present. At this juncture, let us all witness the maiden performance of the silentdrill company of the PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024. Bagong henerasyong gagampanan ng tama, serbisyo at integridad ang aming gabay.
May drone ba tayo? Ayun na. Take off. God! Taga?
The PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024 exemplifies service, integrity, and nationalism as future leaders in selfless service to our nation. It also stands for Bagong Henerasyong Gagampanan ng Tama, Serbisyo, Integridad, at Nasyonalismo ang aming gabay. We, bounded by the guiding light of courage, integrity, and loyalty, will uphold our duty as stewards of our nation. We, the PMA class of 2024, marching on the sacred grounds of this magnanimous institution, as we move on to become the very standard of excellence we seek to become.
Lalo na yung kapihan, ma'am. Yung interviews ng...
The attention call has just been sounded, signaling the drillers to start with their performance.
Ito mga vocation mga ganun.
The PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024 tracks its beginning on August 25, 2019. 1,629 passed the written examination out of 33,333 aspiring young men and women who took the Philippine Military Academy entrance examination. 1,155 reported and took the complete physical exam. After a series of competitive tests, 350 cadets were carefully chosen to be the members of PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024. The class educational attainment was also noted. 95 were in their college level, 243 are high school graduates, and 12 are degree holders. The 350 cadets is a variety of Tagalog, Visayan, Ilocano, Bicolano, and Cordilleran. Even before joining the academy, these young men and women already exhibited exemplary knowledge and skills, as 23 were distinguished to be valedictorians, 12 are salutatorians, 3 graduated with highest honors, and 133 were graduates with honors and other awards. As the Philippine Military Academy strives to achieve its mission of producing leaders of character and excellence, many have fallen out of the long gray line, but they will never be forgotten. In the end, we managed to survive as a class and was able to move on as 334 cadets of the PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, the silentdrill company of PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024.
Mag-zoom in daw ng konti, ma'am. Matter, ako nasa black. Dapat, ay, sabihan mo si Polly siya sa white.
Ano?
Zoom in siya sa white. Zoom in ako sa black.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning. You are about to witness the silentdrill exhibition of the young men and women from the PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024. This silentdrill exhibition is composed of all our hard work and training, especially made just for you.
Kita yung drone. Okay lang. Iniisa niya, nilalapit niya sa tao.
Ulog dun. Thank you. Technical
Si Polly yan.
The company commander gives the silentdrill company a series of manual of arms.
Problems.
Starting with right shoulder arms. left shoulder arms.
Yung nasa gitna. Camera 3 lang. Si Polly.
Port arms.
1 tayo, ma'am. 2 yung sa gitna. 3 si Polly.
And finally, order arms. Please rise for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong buwan, may dilag ang pula at awit sa pagkakilangan. Ang sarap ng matawat, may agupay na nagtinig, ang tuwing at araw na kamay nagtinig. Lupa ng araw na namin pagsinta, buhay langit sa timog. Ang ligaya ng pagkalawa at ang matay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please be seated. The company commander salutes you for this significant occasion. You are now witnessing the final command given. You are now witnessing the final command given. From here on, the company will proceed with its performance without further commands.
Mapatanong naman kung mag-zoom tayo ng mga mukha or ganito lang talaga yung
Fresh from their civilian lives, each cadet goes through a rapid but guided transition from their prior lives to a person of gentle breeding and strong character. The lives they led outside was way too different from the rigid life inside the academy. This transition was designed to develop in each cadet a high standard of character and a deep sense of value and discipline. Arrows define direction as another group of diverse persons comprise the future guardians of our state, united by a common goal. The moment cadets step in the portals of the academy, they are molded into perfection. Little by little, our impurities are removed and replaced by values needed for future Herculean roles. This is what arrows are about. An arrow shot with precision and accuracy stays true to its target. It represents skill, acuity, valor, and fortitude. It is a militant disposition in each cadet that helps them lead people towards their goal. Obligation to the country and service to the Filipino people are embedded in every cadet's heart. Just like an arrow shot from a bow, The cadets are honed and polished to be the best they can be before they are released from the academy.
Ako kinakabahan eh. Maiden
Cadets are often serious and unsmiling. Little do people know that behind the stoic countenance is a cheerful person, longing to connect with others, to share a smile and spark a conversation with everyone. A simple smiling greeting breaks the barrier created by our intimidating uniform between us cadets and the people we are going to serve someday. We won't let the chance of knowing others pass us by. This only shows that cadets are filled with humanity and sincerity. Watch as the drillers form the letters H and I. Hi! Welcome to the silent drill exhibition of PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024.
Yung tao na yan. Oo.
Our honor is our life. Take our honor, and you take our life. The honor code distinguishes us from the others. The fortunates become the pillars of our ideals and values, with which we deeply treasure. We, the cadets of the Philippine Military Academy. Do not lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate among us those who do.
Philippine Military Academy is the so-called breeding ground of the future leaders of our country, with its mission to instruct, train, and develop the cadets. The Academy has successfully produced, and is still producing, value-centered officers who are selflessly serving the people. Though many changes have transpired, the Academy has survived and kept its basic character. It has stood fast against all the hardships and difficulties that it has faced since its birth. Taking shape before you are the famous letters P, M, and A. The drillers demonstrate the cadets' way of life by performing a series of manual of arms, starting from P, M, and A. The pride and honor of the Filipino people are ignited at the very mention of each letter,
Center latang.
which the drillers acknowledge as they render a salute.
Sabi yung butok nila una. Ang bangit ko na kayo sabay.
It is often said that soldiers are built for war, when in fact, they are built for peace. Warriors with a heart and soul, dedicated to protecting the Filipino people. Covering regions as far north as Batanes and as far south as Tawi-Tawi, our true mission lies in securing the peace of our people. For it is in war that we fight for peace, and during that hard-won peace, we prepare for war. The preservation of peace is never simple. Its complexity lies in the cooperation of every individual towards the harmony of our community, moving with one goal in mind as we march forward facing all adversities and difficulties in our path. We must let our differences be the strength that binds us as one. For it is through our joint hands that we can achieve peace.
gusto niya yung camp, hindi siya pupunta na, wait lang, kaya magbula na ako. Dapat kasi ma'am, kapag pupututin mo yung camp, hindi ikaw yung mag-a-adjust. Yung tingin ka sa forma yung dito sa grandstand, kunin mo yung, iharap mo yung camp.
Strong, tough, and independent. That is a PMA cadet. We cadets are known to stand and fight for our ideals. Stability under pressure. We cadets are known to be unwavering under extreme pressure that we bear from our training. This trains us to be geared up for our lives in the battlefield. Many think that cadets live an exciting life. Maybe so, but the truth is our life is pretty much routine. Every day seems the same. Waking up to the same bugle call that has been the wake-up call of generations of cadets. Every now and then, though we are bombarded by sudden changes in schedule and uniforms which are not easy to prepare, we still manage to fulfill our entire task, just when we could get a moment despite from the ceaseless work. Duties gets in the way. This is the Academy's way of training us to the ever-changing nature of our future jobs.
Fix to fix.
Focus, determination, and a positive outlook are what keeps us standing, despite the drastic changes which are often difficult to accept. Ladies and gentlemen, the symbol of change, the symbol Delta, better known in the military parlance as the VIX, a symbol of cadets' acceptance of a bigger role in the society as a defender of freedom. As we lose our last glimpse of twilight, comes the shadow of the night. Just as the sun rises and sets, we all have our brightest days and darkest nights. And even through that darkest, we should always remember to look up to the stars that fill the void of the night. The stars that ever shine towards a bright tomorrow are the cadets to the rising Philippines. Beacons of hope, burning with virtues of honor, courage, and integrity, the shine of which we hope the rest of our countrymen will follow. The stars on our flag represents Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. These are the islands that form the Philippine archipelago, the very islands we swore to serve and protect. A star to shine, a star to guide us to the darkest maze of night.
Cadetship is a cycle. Though one may never find himself in the same place or in the same situation at which he was during the first revolution, each cadet will surely agree that life in the academy follows a certain cyclic pattern. It is said that the toughest way out of the academy is through graduation, and to survive to this date is no easy task. A cadet must first entrench into his heart the three words, courage, integrity, and loyalty. These words are not just abstract. They are the beacon lights that guide the way as the cadet journeys towards the goal of his achievements. The concentric circles are manifestations of accuracy and precision. Cadets know that in the military there is no room for error. The circles show the passion of cadets for order, discipline, and perfection. Watch as they move outward to show you the planting of rifles. Here, the cadets raise their rifles for planting to the ground, just in time for the next one to pick it up. Watch as they march to the other side, preparing their rifles again for planting.
Alam, may nasira na ano? Na may nasirang rifle. Sling.
Now, the cadets shall show you another drill, the passing of rifles, which symbolizes camaraderie. Every cadet is responsible for each other. This is the PMA bond.
Persistence and determination are what the sun represents. Cadets' life is filled with endless rounds and with mind-boggling arrays of drills, classes, laboratories, and sports. Cadets live for survival. They become too preoccupied with their duties and obligations. In the academy, we are developed as leaders of character for the nation. A leader of character must choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Friends, guests, and mentors. The Bagong Sinag sun, let a ray shine and enter your lives. We, the PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024, will never lose our blaze. Rather, we will reach out to each and every one of you as we pledge to the oath of our duty as men and women of arms, ready to defend our country and its people. We are all equal in the fact that we are all different. Regardless of our diversities, we are all bounded by the pillars of courage, integrity, and loyalty, and the same duty that we serve as custodians of our country and people. Our differences never hinder us to form as one. A sun that is always there to give light to the darkest days of our lives. That is us, the PMA class of 2024.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines does not only protect the people, but also the state. Its purpose is to secure the sovereignty and integrity of the national territory. Indeed, the strength of the armed forces is rooted to the people, who are considered supreme over men in uniform. This is what the Academy implants in our hearts and minds, as we are molded to be the future defenders of land, skies, and seas. This is shown as the drillers form the famous letters AFP. The Armed Forces of the Philippines envisions its forces to be a world-class armed forces that is a source of national pride. Honor, loyalty, valor, duty, and solidarity are the values that define us in exhibiting the specialist knowledge and skill we have as we engage ourselves to the noble calling of the profession of arms. Now, watch as the drillers render a salute in honor of our armed forces.
Love is never jealous nor conceited. It is never rude nor selfish. Love means different things to different people, different things at different time. Cadets may seem to be different with others, but they too have hearts. Their uniforms misled people that cadets are persons made of stone. Little do they know that cadets are also human beings who love. Love bears all. Maybe not always with a smile that's big enough for the world to see. It brings happiness to the cadets which has no end. When cadets hear one's heartbeat, in unison with them, even for the most fleeting moment, that one moment a cadet will never forget. In the heart of each cadet lies their hopes and ambitions, while sacrificing their own interest at the expense of others. Although we cadets show passion in our work, we never forget to show our love to the people who stood by us. In the very sense, cadets have feelings, warmth, and hearts, just like you. Ladies and gentlemen, always remember that our heart belongs to you. Here, showing you the exhibition of a female cadet on spinning the rifle.
Tapos ay hindi pala siya nagwanang.
The cross is the symbol of cadet sacrifices. It is never for our sake, but for the rest of the country to sleep soundly at night. With our sacrifices, we hope and pray that our beloved and our countrymen will be able to live life in peace without constantly fearing for their lives.
Naitapon.
With the synchronicity of each and every step, cadets take the sense of lifelessness from the motions they make. Civilians often see us as people isolated from the rest of the society. Even serious and stern-faced as we are, we still are capable of love. Underneath that facade is a person ever loving and caring. Despite the trials and challenges, we is overcome. Rarely do we show our emotions and keep our burdens to ourselves. We cadets possess our fervent faith and beliefs that despite all circumstances, we will endure. To our families, friends, partners, and to the cadet girls, let it be known that we love you. We love you. This love is for you.
Dreams are what make people human. It is what keeps us focused and on track. Dreams remind us that there is always something better and that progress sees no end. Not a day in a cadet lives that we haven't forgotten to examine ourselves as to what profession we would be happy to spend our lives with. Upon entering the portals of the academy, we learn that there is something greater that this academy can offer us.
The name itself epitomizes the valiant heart of the class of 2024, their ambitions for change, for the sovereignty and peace of the Filipino people. The Bagong Sinag class aims to enlighten everyone with its mission to do its duty on doing the right thing with service, integrity, and nationalism as our guide towards upholding the new ideals of the armed forces of the Philippines. The class name stands for Bagong Henerasyon, Gagampanan ng Tama, Serbisyo, Integridad at Nasyonalismo, ang aming gabay. We are the new generation that unravels the spirit of bravery, forging to a new bright future of the nation. Owing ourselves to the motherland, the PMA class of 2024 embraced the hallowed grounds of this glorious institution, building up to become the unwavering spirit that will soon lead the country.
Sabi kasi butok nila, isa na. Teka dahil sa pag-Maiden, bang. Yan na.
The cross symbolizes our faith through every trial and hardship that a cadet faces, and when happy memories fail to inspire us. It is our Lord and our unwavering faith that gets us through. This is the blood we spill and the life we are willing to offer, knowing that we are just a flicker in the shine of eternity, a trivial thing given up by the greater good. The cross, our faith, our sacrifices, our lives, all this we gladly offer for humanity. Cadets with their tough look and unsmiling face often gives the impression of emotionless people. With a mechanized look of how the way cadets move in ranks and formation, one will surely say that they act the same way all the time. The rigorous training and brain-racking academics are only a few of the many resources that each cadet has to bear. Contrary to popular belief, we cadets know how to have a good time. We know how to enjoy and dance to good music.
Beneath the regimented training lies a very cheery, enthusiastic, and enjoyable leisure time. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the hardest part of the drill.
Wala pa rin, ma'am. Macy. Natanggal yung saksakan natin. Charge it.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it, do you fight it? Oh, señorita, señorita, let me feel ya, let me feel ya. Give me bum, 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 give me bum, bum, bum. Señorita, señorita, wanna see ya, give me bum, bum, bum. Give me that, I want that. People shout, di-di-di-da, when she comes. People shout, di-di-di-da, when she comes. People shout, di-di-di-da, people shout, di-di-di-da, people shout, di-di-di-da, when she comes. Say, keep it steady, like I'm so skitty, 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 skitty.
Wala pa yan, okay na. Okay na, ma'am, okay na. Ang bangis. Nagtatawa ako sa sayaw nila, ma'am.
Galing no, halos lahat walang sumayaw.
Parang gusto ko ako ulit mag-video sa live po. Ay, live. Gusto ko video.
Life in the academy is very different. Our uniforms, the honor code, and all our activities all comprise the unique life inside PMA. Excellence is to be expected in all our tasks. That is our way of expressing our gratitude to you, Filipino people. Cadets and alumni come together to share this common goal, thus making us one and united to building a better nation.
Nothing remains forever. Our lives are constantly moving, and there's no way it could be stopped. What happens to the present will be a part of the past, and never will it be forgotten. Even wonderful things will come to an end, like the sun that arduously shines all throughout the day. At one point in time, we would need to go, and in that moment, we hope we had shed the warmest and brightest colors in your day. The tiring hours of preparation and the long wait for this day to come have all been made worth it by the appreciation you have shown us. May this performance remind you that at the end of the day, no matter how hard your day had been, there will always be a light to look forward to, a light that never runs out, and a light that will always shine at the moment you need it the most.
Home is where the heart is. It may not always be full of happy memories yet. Nevertheless, skills cherished by every cadet as we journey to become cavaliers of the motherland. Going on new adventures over mountains, across the seas, or into the skies. Never will we forget where it all began, the cradle of our transformation, the crucible where our ideals, character, and values were forged. We take our parting steps, bidding our farewell to you as we return to continue our transformation back to the hallowed grounds of our alma mater, the sacred grounds of the Philippine Military Academy.
Ala, ang ganda ng Maiden nila, ma'am. Karamba. Magawan man sila practice nila. Ang bangis talaga.
The company commander commands the silentdrill company to pass and review. Ladies and gentlemen, passing in review before you is the silentdrill company of the PMA Bagong Sinag class of 2024. Led by its company commander, Joshua Gonzalez, with his staff, Joshua Kabawatan, Mark Dalita, Cristel Magarab. Black Platoon Leader, Matthew Echage. White Platoon Leader, Dave Amandron, with the First Sergeant, Jerry Carmona. The members of the Speakers Board, Rex Bautista, Florian Besana, Alex Obenza, Danica Viray.
Ano, nahulugan mo ng gap si Mandron?
The members of the Black Platoon, Trisha Capel, Joseph Gapos, Ada Harina, Mark Palaganas, Dan Cochpag, Gerald Cedeño, Mark Saise, Arquisi Zintic, Joshua Omania, Randolph Florido, Cyril Masculino, Einstein Ibasungit, Janela Calumba, Marcos Palces, Jan Vincent Morales, Joven Modestano, Rayan Pino, Justin Solomon, Janet Elumba, Leonard Papagayo, John Ben Chavez, Jonel Cabansay, Dexter Inampas, Christian Solitario, Kendrick Gutierrez, Nicolo Anog, Rolando Adra, Arman Aviles, Jose Abarcar, Jose Emeril Dohelio, Howell Vince Alalim, Dakila Abias.
Nahulog yung dress cap niya, ma.
Members of the White Platoon, Ronnie Duaza, Princess Banyako, Angel Nolasco, Jude Sinahon, Renz Narag, Isi Melisimo, Mabi Otencio, Vince Raimundo, Ralph Celosio, Ray Belmonte, Dita Mesacaraeng, Jeto Llanes, Aaron Garcia, Alex Acueza, Kian Gomez, Matt Luzon, June Ramirez, Carlo Badiola, Kim Serrano, Agustin Serrano, Ramon Mendoza, Jack Costria, Jack Liguyan, Nico Vargas, Henry Tampal, Dexon Tornea, Dan Camisura, Raymond Abgao.
All this will not be possible without the unparalleled support of our officer in charge, Captain Mark Lester A. Pulay, Philippine Army, and the training staff of the PMA Bagsik Diwa class of 2022, headed by Cadet 2nd Class Christian Paul Alvarez.
Nahulog, tatlong breastplate.
Ano yung breastplate?
Ayun, yun na. Dapat mamaya. Ayun, makina.
Okay na. One down.
Ayun na, may kumikinang doon.
Sino mag-boom?
Please be seated.
Hindi pa siya isa. Ayun pa, oh. Oo. Kala ko hindi.
Ba't ba yung ginawa?
Para lang may makuha.
Wala, baka maabakan yun ng first time.
At this point, we shall now witness the final performance of the Silentdrill Company of the Immaculates, the graduating class of PMA Masaligan class of 2021. Mandirigmang Samahan ng Lakas at Sandigan ng Bayan.
Pag nang tuhod ko.
Pwede mo. Oo, hindi ka na akong operan dyan.
Bakit?
Hindi ko lang pina-operan din. Baka titurn back ako pag na-operan to eh.
Bakit?
Kasi nag-squad challenge ako ng Playbo.
Nagka?
Nag-squad challenge ako ng Playbo. Zira. Ngayon, saan? Ako dito.
On 27 August 2016, from 37 testing centers across the country, 9,609 young individuals took the Philippine Military Academy entrance examination. These aspiring cadets have undergone thorough screening and testing. After the complete physical and medical examinations, 300 aspirants were deemed worthy and given the opportunity to become a member of the PMA Masaligan class of 2021.
Mazoom.
Hindi naka... Hindi naka ganun.
Galing. Galing? No? Huwag tayo
Importless
mapapahiya.
ako. Hindi ako nagpag-media nun.
The Mandirigmang Samahan ng Lakas at Sandigan ng Bayan, the warriors and protectors of our nation, the PMA Masaligan class of 2021.
Zoomin mo si DJ.
Hanapin natin.
Hindi.
Hanapin niya this is...
Katabi niya si Scott. Si Jimmy, makikita mo kasi may itim.
Finally, after 4 long years of hard work and training, comes graduation. This signifies the beginning of a life of selfless service to our country and people as regular officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Today, 164 cadets compose the graduating class of the PMA Masaligan class of 2021.
coming from different regions of the archipelago, ranging as far north as Batanes to as far south as Tawi-Tawi, representing different sectors of our society and from all walks of life. These cadets before you are the future leaders of our armed forces and our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, these cadets, who are marching down on the hallowed grounds of the Borromeo Field, are the Immaculates of the Corps, the proud graduating members of the PMA Masaligan class of 2021. You are about to witness an enthralling flaunt of flares and dexterity as the PMA Masaligan class of 2021 performs their final drill.
Sam? Napanoorin mo.
The company commander now executes present arms and salute you all for this significant occasion. You are now hearing the last command. From then on, the silentdrill company of PMA Masaligan class of 2021 will proceed with the drill without further commands.
Ma'am?
The Philippine Military Academy, steeped with traditions that develop the cadets to become persons of gentle breeding and strong character. To this day, and even until we had shed our uniforms, we carry in our hearts the sacred coat of arms, the seal of our covenant, our direction, and only path that bears the guiding light of courage, integrity, and loyalty. This is what the big arrow is all about. An arrow, when made to be perfect and straight, flies true to its target. It is a constant reminder to continually move forward towards the direction of our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. It also points towards you, our fellow Filipinos, whom we promise to serve. The Masaligan Warriors, with our class motto, Para sa Diyos, para sa bayan. This is our covenant as future leaders and guardians of the state.
Cadets tend to become gentle persons, even with their vigorous military training. The principles they relentlessly carry out, the civility and the decorum shape their being. Component of their education inside the academy is the management of time. The public would suppose that cadets are not refined and sociable, yet they always sense the affection of their welcome through greetings and felicitation.
Cadets' bearing and conduct may lead you to regard them as cold and hard, but actually, they also take simple satisfaction of life. Behind those crisp uniforms are vulnerable people who remain the same as they always have been. This is shown as the drillers form the cheerful letters H and I. Hi! Witness the final performance of the Silent Drill Company of the PMA Masaligan class of 2021. From the origins of PMA in 1898, it has produced graduates who unselfishly surrender their lives for the welfare of our country. The Academy envisions being the institution of finesse and competence, with a common goal of creating the forthcoming leaders of our nation, obtaining the character, attitude, and refinement, with the mission of training the cadets and cultivating their abilities with the supervision of the guiding principle, wherein holistic development takes part. The Philippine Military Academy remains steadfast to its mission to instruct, train, and develop the cadets so that each graduate shall possess the character, the broad and basic military skills, and the education essential to the successful pursuit of a progressive military career. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the letters of distinction. P, M, and A. The drillers emphasize the letters through a series of manual of arms, starting with P, then M, then A. As young soldiers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, we shall create a tight and boundless connection between every Filipino people. The drillers acknowledge honor and stand by the responsibility that comes with it. This is our salute to our beloved alma mater. The standard of perfection that the Academy promotes upon each cadet refers to the quality of officers the Philippine Military Academy produces. As such, the fundamental objective of the Academy is to develop the values and character of each cadet, for us to become men and women standing upright as the noble dwellers of this institution. This perfection is displayed as we dedicate our lives in the service of the country. Such is the message that lies behind the concentric circles, defining the hearts and souls of each cadet. We are bound with relentless pressure, and yet we develop a sense of integrity among us. Watch them as they move outwards to show you the planting of rifles. Here the cadets raise their rifles high enough for planting, just in time for the next one to pick it up. Attention and alertness are needed to keep the momentum going. Now, the cadets are marching to the other side, preparing their rifles again for planting. Keeping their pace, they pay attention to the details of their actions. Moving and turning outwards, the drillers will show you another drill. The passing of rifles. This exhibition symbolizes the sharing and helping among the cadets. Every cadet is out to reach the hands of those in need. Cooperation and coordination is the key to a aesthetic result. The drillers will now show you an exhibition. Now watch them as they perform the throwing of rifles. This exhibition coordinates the cadets' ability to be attentive in various activities. A single mistake could destroy the whole performance. A second delay could cause injury to the next person, which simply means that we are like chains, embodied as one. Each link plays a vital role in the long range of service in our institution. With all those countless drills and parades, endless compliances, and grotting academics, one can see the joyful pride swelling in our hearts.
The ever-brilliant sun, as the shining celestial body around the earth, has served as a bright beacon of our land. Such is the role of a servant leader, to be the guiding light for us, the future, as catalyst of change. We remain unsurpassed like the faithful star overhead. In the magic beneath the veiled sun, we are nourished and developed as we continuously strive for the progress of the armed forces of the Philippines and our nation. In a place where war and terrorism have cast their shadows, we are united as we persistently strive to maintain harmony in this constantly changing world. The preservation of peace is never simple. Its complexity lies in the cooperation of every being. However, our individual desires outtunes the symphony of our society. This is the reason why sometimes unity becomes necessary. We are mobilized to take action as we endeavor to promote goodwill in every Filipino community, acknowledging our connections, responsibilities, and mutual dependency as the groundwork for our advocacy. People do not remember days. We remember moments. Every moment is precious to each cadet. Time is an important aspect in a cadet's life. In the academy, time never seems to be enough. Everything seems to be constrained and bounded by time. A minute or two of delay may affect not only the cadet, but the Corps in general. That is why here in the academy, every second counts. Time indeed flies fast. It was just like yesterday when we had our first step on the sacred grounds of the Borromeo Field. Unknowingly, we are a few days away from graduation, finally leaving the portals of the academy to perform our duties as leaders of our nation.
Now, watch the cadets as they move in oneness like a clock. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could check your time, it is now 30 minutes past the hour of 10.
As mandated by our Constitution, the Armed Forces of the Philippines serves as the only yet brilliant shield of the citizens and the state. Its function is to support the dominion of the space and veracity of our national territory. Indeed, the strength of the armed forces is rooted to the Filipino people, who are considered supreme over men in uniform. The drillers, as young members of the armed forces of the Philippines, aims to win the hearts of the Filipino people as they try to form the letters A, F, and P. The culmination of years in a military institution, where measured and regulated existence is strictly followed, prepares the cadets to a future tasking in the armed forces of the Philippines. The company now gives its salute to the armed forces of the Philippines. Eventually, these cadets will become officers, and what they have learned and trained to do will now be applied to the service of our fellow Filipinos. This will be our commitment to you, who give us a bright future and a chance for change for this land.
There is a soul component that silently works behind our existence. Regardless of its size, what is essential is, it provides and connects itself to each part of our system to sustain life. A person's heart is not merely a muscle that pumps blood and nourishment. It is also the core of our feelings and passions. Our heart is a faithful creation of nature. Its gentle thumping accompanies us for the entire duration of our lives, and it is so central to human existence. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this heart in front of you is composed of the proud members of the PMA Masaligan class of 2021, the warriors with a heart and soul ready to serve. The nation. Cadets are often perceived as stiff, unfeeling individuals who are not familiar with the word love. In reality, cadets are sensitive individuals who are also capable to love. With the support of our buddies, Bagong Sinag class of 2022, our squad mates, Masaligan class of 2023, our neighbors, Bagong Sinag class of 2024, we give our deepest gratitude as we form the words, I love you. We give our love to you.
Cadets are often serious and intimidating, but behind those tough and masculine, personality is a gentle heart of every cadet who appreciates music. Each one of us exhibits exceptional talent with the noise of our rifles, the heavy thumbs and thuds of our drums. One cannot possibly imagine how we can find and retain the melody in our hearts. We just don't show it to you obviously, but make you feel it in a military manner. The Masaligan class of 2021 would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our class advisor, Lieutenant General Ferdinand M. Cartuano, Philippine Air Force, Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy.
Don't fall down style with it. Then you stop, then you hit the molly bob with it. Lean with it, stab with it. Hit the fall down stab with it. Then you stop, then you hit that molly bob with it. Lean with it, stab with it. Hit the fall down stab with it. Then you stop, then you hit that molly bob with it. Lean with it, stab with it. Hit the fall down stab with it. Then you stop, then you hit that molly bob with it.
Fantastic, baby. Dance. Fantastic, baby, dance. I wanna dance, 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 dance. Fantastic, baby.
What you gonna do with that dessert? Do what, do what, dee da, dee da, dee da. Do what, do da, dee da, do da, dee da. Do what, do da, dee da, do da, da. Do that, do what, dee da. Do what, do da, dee da, dee da, dee da. Do what, do da, dee da, dee da, dee da. Do what, do da, dee da, dee da, dee da. Murder that dance floor.
I'm the gentleman. I'm the gentleman.
Mate, wala man lang nagbibidyo dito sa ganito, no? Tuloy mo naman kung ano nila sigaret.
No matter how hard or discouraging the situation may be, we know that our faith in God will carry us through even the most difficult situation. It is through Him, with Him, and in Him that we are able to carry out our responsibilities, even if others may deem it impossible. We wait for that day when we are finally ready to make our contributions as guardians of what we swore to protect. The cross before you symbolizes our unwavering faith to our Creator, the source of our strength and inspiration to serve the nation. This cross represents the faith of the cadets, that God is above all. It is in His hands that we continuously place all of our trust, to be able to wholeheartedly heed to our calling.
Para may movement din yung drummer. Ito na mama, kuhanan ko yung drummer.
Cadets live a typical life, from our bearings and uniforms, to the honor code and honor system, our regulations and policies, and our demanding schedule. These are just few things that make us different here in the Academy. We instill a sense of excellence in everything that we do. This is our humble way of expressing our gratitude to our country.
May moment. Sige,
We cadets, together with the Filipino people, share this common goal, to be one and united, to build a better nation. The camaraderie we obtain is shown in this formation, the X Factor, our noteworthy comradeship that represents our line of thinking, that no one will be left behind. This formation demonstrates our joint effort in making our country a better place to live.
Nahulog na doon.
Nahulog?
Nahulog na namin sa cup.
Sige, tama ka.
Pinulot na lang.
Hindi kasi yan talaga yung original dyan namin. Sigaret Cordero yun. Kasama ko.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Hence, everything must come to an end. Although our performance is of no exemption, we will give you a promise that someday, somehow, somewhere, we will see each other again. You will always be part of our journey as we continue to travel on the road of our lives. To our beloved audience, friends, and proud families of the Masaligan Class 2021, it is with sincere gratitude for having inspired us to strive hard. We take our hats off and thank you all for watching. May this last performance leave footprints in your heart. Once again, this is the Masaligan Class of 2021. The mandirigmang samahan ng lakas at sandigan ng bayan. Para sa Diyos, para sa bayan. Now signing off. Ladies and gentlemen, passing in review before you is the silentdrill company of the PMA Masaligan Class of 2021, headed by its company commander Dwayne Otome with his staff, Arnold J. Tanguan, Darwin Macapagal, and Nelson Macuro. White Platoon Leader King Jorge.
Black Platoon Leader John Paul Codino. With the company First Sergeant Kyle Isguera. Members of the Black Platoon are Alfred Stabos, Michael Mads, Algin Geggs, Johnny Bara, Gab Nitro, Riven Chofilo, Jasmine Lozano, Calma family, Jai Bapsman, Wales family and friends, Mr. and Mrs. Canlogan family, Kyle Cristobal, Pudan family and friends, Mahayan Ubas Kinisala family, Shurwin Bolvils, Dano family and friends, Coach Escalonan family, Jocelyn Joyce Lorica, Tristan Baron Palpangan and family. Members of the White Platoon are Maibani McLear, Mang JP, Azanzan Ernesto family with love, Castro and friends and family, Tubayas family and friends, Escote tribes and friends, Boris family, Tapok family, friends and loved ones. Shout out to Awingan and Latugan family with love, Kentoy Joga, Eliaran Sabay family with love, Bacani family and friends, Philip Deso and Concepcion family, Andres and Adog family with heart, Tonguan and Garvasio family with lots of love, JMJ Lance Landingin, Lubusta family and loved ones, Solon family, Sanchez Sanchanes and Barot family, and Jesus family. Members of the drummers are Tini Casballedo, Meliton Pepaño II. Members of the speakers board are Vemi Quinto, Alex Ibrado, and Romuald Corpus. We would like to acknowledge the men behind this performance. Silent Drill Overall Cadet in Charge, Cadet First Class Duino Thomas CCAFP. Silent Drill Officer in Charge, Captain Mark Lester Pulay, Philippine Army.
Sa loob ng 4 na taon.
That concludes this morning's program. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas.
Technicals, come on.
Mga mask and rifle sling. Okay na.